The year is 2025, and I have a confession to make. I cannot stop thinking about Kanye.
My first guest tonight,
Kanye West
is a 10-time Grammy Award-winning recording artist.
Kanye West, now known as Ye.
Yeezy.
Kanye West.
Kanye, everybody knows.
Please welcome the Louis Vuitton Don, Kanye West.
I didn't appreciate it then, I don't appreciate it now.
I'm my favorite rapper.
How do you feel about being called crazy? Where do you believe that narrative came from? From me doing crazy shit?
I have the right to be a wise ass also.
I'm not saying she's a gold digger.
You will believe in yourself.
Just place a thought out there.
I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Where I think I really won is I had the heart. I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I guess we'll never know. Oh, he's got a god complex.
Really like 50. I don't want him to retire once my album sells the most. I was Obama's favorite artist.
COVID mask didn't stop that knockout.
If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself.
We have to raise our consciousness.
I've had a lifelong fascination with Kanye, but I think his story is particularly prevalent now that we've all kind of stopped talking about him and we have more of a full picture of his life and his motivations. Obviously, he's become quite controversial, but I'm not going to waste my time defending my decision to think about him or to continue talking about him. I mean, he's still one of the most influential people on this planet. You can't cancel Kanye. Kanye knows that, and I think that there are still things that we can learn from him and his experience despite the controversies.
It was a Jewish.
How did we get here, and what is it that explains my fascination for him? Well, the biggest thing is that he was just a nobody kid from Chicago. I've been obsessed with how this kid from middle America can become one of the biggest names in multiple industries and be the richest black man in America, with seemingly only his thoughts. I mean, he had no advantage that set him apart. I mean, who knows what he's like behind closed doors. But from what he presents to the public, the man doesn't have a single ounce of self-doubt in his body.
And I'm Kanye West.
And I think that played a larger role than anyone is willing to admit in both his success and his downfall. Why I really think this is worth talking about is that I think Ye's life can tell us a lot about the human experience. First and foremost, how devotion is absolute, all-consuming, and often dangerous. How the key to success is limitless self-obsession, and what it is that stops the rest of us from doing the same.
Come and kill me. Do whatever you're gonna do, but you're not going to bully me. You're not gonna stop me because my mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Stop saying what you can do. Stop affirming what you're gonna do and then completing that in real life. That's the improper way to do it. I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up in the way that they control people with low self-esteem.
Alongside hours of research videos and scrolling Reddit posts, while I was researching for this video, I watched 2 documentaries. Those were Genius by Cootie Simmons and the new one In Whose Name by Nico Ballestos. Both show many, many hours of raw behind-the-scenes footage of Kanye's life, and this is what I've learned. I think Kanye might be the most powerful manifester of our time. There was never a moment where he did not believe that he was going to be everything that he aspired to be, and he carried himself as such. And because of that, people responded to him likewise. I mean, it really shows you the power of the mind and the power of the individual. Kanye lived his life on such a grand scale that I think that there's a lot we can learn just by looking at him. And I think he's willing to be that experiment for us. I think that's why he gets people to hate him. If we ever truly want to understand what we're capable of, we have to push our individuality to the limit. We have to be willing to fuck up in front of a lot of people. Kanye is the only person that's willing to do that and has the resources to do it in the public eye. He's putting himself on display in some kind of experiment. I mean, is that not what art is? So this is me engaging in that art, engaging in that experiment. But there's a lot of videos out there that detail Kanye's success and what people think the key is. And if you don't believe that there's at least something that we can learn from him, then you've already clicked off this video. No, what I really can't stop thinking about is how does someone who seemingly had all of the answers fall so far?
I'm not gonna say what race. It was a Jew.
Now, I've spent far too many hours thinking about this, but my thesis is that Kanye spent his life riding the waves of devotion. Now, what exactly do I mean by that? I think devotion is that innately human, innately powerful thing inside of all of us that makes us care about right and wrong. Devotion is 100% energy-focused, pure dedication, single-pointed, unwavering, and almost beyond reason. It's the glue that ties humanity to everything else. It's what keeps us caring, but most of us care too much. It's caring about something more than yourself. It's where love and pain come from. It's the real meat of being a human. It's so innately human that everybody experiences this to some degree, but I think we vary as individuals as to how much of ourselves we're willing to give to this feeling. That devotion can be expressed in a lot of ways, and just because you are devoted to something doesn't mean it's helping you. Think of devotion like a spectrum, and on one end, you have worship. Now, that's where you want to be. That's probably what you thought of when I first said the word devotion. Now, excuse the religiously charged language, but worship is giving all of yourself to something. A job, a relationship, an art form, filtered through a posture of selflessness. Yes, you may be benefiting, but your devotion comes from your love for the craft and the people around you. It's not self-motivated. This is incredibly hard to achieve. I mean, monks spend their entire lives trying to accomplish this kind of selflessness. For some people, it comes easier than others. While it's human to be devoted, it's not always human to be selfless, and this is why worship is important. I guarantee that the happiest you've ever felt, you were probably somewhere on this side of the spectrum. Now, on the other side of the spectrum is addiction. This is selfish devotion. This is the kind that consumes you. It's obsessive, compulsive, it's hard to control, and can invade every corner of your life. It's a good context to have if you're struggling with addiction. Understanding that it's just devotion turned inwards. But the further in you go, the less satisfying being a human becomes, and the more destructive your behavior. Now back to Kanye.
Nitrous really fucking with my brain. Trying to see my kids, but they don't think I'm sane. I put niggas on and all they wanna do is abandon me. I don't want your bitch because that hoe looks like a man to me, yo.
Kanye West is planning to sue his dentist for getting him addicted to laughing gas.
It is a wild new set of allegations, and we will analyze all the claims and ask, if true, does this explain the recent controversial moments from the music artist?
It was a
When this headline dropped in May, everything started to make sense. Now, I was honestly relieved. I mean, a tortured genius frying his brain? That makes sense. We've seen that before.
This is your brain on drugs.
But nitrous of all things, dude? Like, whippets? What are we, 14? It was laughable. It explained the crazy, but I felt like the only person who took a moment to really think about what this was telling us about Kanye's personality. So I dug around and I found this article from 2015. Here he compares his first nitrous experience in a dentist's office to Steve Jobs' use of LSD when he was in college.
Apple is like a ship with a hole in the bottom.
Now, there's science behind this. I mean, think of literally any drug and you can find somebody out there somewhere that used it once and felt like it was a positive spiritual experience for them. This might come from a noble place. This could have even come from a place of worship. Think like peyote and shit.
Hello, yes,
My theory is that that's where nitrous and Kanye met. But humans like to move through this spectrum of devotion like Kanye running across the stage during Touch the Sky that one time 2 years ago. Everyone has a point where they slip into self-sabotage, where using the pain becomes making the pain because you think it's the only interesting thing about you. That's what ego does. It keeps you sick, and we know our boys got plenty of them.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Was it Hennessy that night that with Taylor Swift when you stood there? Because why did you want to do that?
You know, well, I was showing both of my addictions.
But was he not also addicted to success? Was he not also addicted to being the center of attention, to fame, to money, to hearing people scream his name in a crowd? What makes porn and alcohol different from these things? I don't think they're different at all. We all have healthy and unhealthy expressions of devotion. I think why Kanye's so worth talking about is because he does all of that to the nth level, whether it's addiction or worship. But it reveals the minutia of the human experience. Kanye's the perfect example of what not to do and exactly why. But he's also somebody that you can learn a lot from, regardless of your opinions on him. So what is it about devotion that's so innately human? Why is he so easily turned on to this? I don't have all the answers, but I know someone who does. There's a lot of language here that I think can be directly credited to David Foster Wallace. There's a beautiful speech called This Is Water that he gave in a commencement address at Kenyon College in 2005. Now here, Wallace is using the word worship. He doesn't separate worship and addiction the way I do, but he talks about good and bad worship, or selfish and selfless thought patterns, which I think is essentially the same thing, just a matter of semantics.
Because here's something else that's weird but true. In the day-to-day trenches of adult life, there is actually no such thing as atheism. There is no such thing as not worshiping. Everybody worships. The only choice we get is what to worship. And a compelling reason for maybe choosing some sort of God or spiritual type thing to worship, be it JC or Allah, be it Yahweh or the Wiccan Mother Goddess or the Four Noble Truths or some inviolable set of ethical principles, is that pretty much anything else you worship will eat you alive.
We can't turn that worship setting off. Kanye least of all. This is why he's worth studying, because you can watch this happen to a man in real time. He's chosen to broadcast it everywhere. He experiences everything with such intensity and viscerality. You don't have to think that Ye's the greatest rapper of all time, but there's a very strong case to make that he's the most devout worshiper, Sunday service aside. Whatever it is he's selected to spend his time doing, he becomes fully devoted to that thing. And when he's decided to channel that into something productive, the world has really benefited. But when he's let it slip into something selfish, a lot of people get hurt. This is the spectrum in action. When we see it amplified at this level, you can see how easy it is for things to go wrong. How easy it is to have a well-intentioned love go awry. How something that may have started as an exploration of life and yourself can quickly become you, fueled by ego and eating away at itself. Like most things, the deciding factor is the self. Inner or outer, that's the choice we're given. Selfishness or selflessness are the only two real choices we have in life, and making that choice intentionally brings real happiness. Or lasting misery.
Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Despite TMZ's best efforts to convince us otherwise, even in 2025, no one is all good or all bad. Sometimes I watch Kanye do things that I think are cool, other times he's too busy trying to pull his foot out of his mouth. Sometimes he's been more or less of either, but he's always powerful. I chose Kanye as my example for this video because he's fun to think about, but obviously this concept stretches way beyond him. There are other creators who forge their success in a similar way, and to the public it looks like it's just pure force of will, who've said they don't care what anyone around them thinks, they're devoted to themselves and something higher, and they're making that happen. Leo Skepi is the best example I have of this, but I also really like Natalia Alessandra for the same reason.
Somebody threatened to sue me. I think I'm becoming successful.
It's important to watch these powerful people and to find where exactly they're getting their strength from. Ye didn't have money, connections, or influence when he started. He had only his devotion. I think he spent enough of that time at the beginning focused on the outward, in worship, in something that was so outside of himself, that was just the pure dedication to creating art. Like, this kind of thing makes me believe in the American dream again, or at least the power of the mind. Good God. Thank you for watching this kind of nuanced take. I'm Emma, and all of the background noise is Birdie Io. I know this was a controversial one, so please let me know your thoughts, if you have any feedback, or any ways that you wish I had handled things differently. I'm a super small creator, but I'm really excited to keep growing, and would love your feedback, and if you follow along to watch the journey. Thanks.
What the f does that mean, Kobe Bryant?